Hi, my name is Clarice Reyes, and I'm with the Office of Global Learning. If you have any questions or concerns throughout your school year, you can reach us by phone or email. The best method of contact while the S&T campus is closed is through email. This is a brief overview of the topics that we will be covering today. First, we'd like to start with navigating the website. As you can see, there are two menu bars at the top. The navigation bar in blue is for the S&T campus itself. Then you have the navigation bar in white. This will help you navigate our distance student websites. We have combined the important websites and links that you will need all in one location. Student resources are just a click away. If you scroll down the page just a little, you can see some of the sections for getting to the different boxes. So if we scroll down, one thing I want to bring up for the certificate to master's students is the graduation prep section. Once you click on it, scroll down to see the steps for applying for completion. Basically, graduate certificate students need to apply for completion in the final semester to receive the graduate certificate. If you plan on moving forward, make sure to apply for your master's degree also. We recommend that you bookmark the Distance Student Resources webpage, which you can find the address below. Next, we have the schedule of classes, and you have the spring, summer, and fall semesters with the dates of each semester. If you click here, it will take us to the schedule of classes. We will start with the fall semester. For your convenience, all of the subjects are listed at the top so that you can click on one and automatically go down to it. For this example, we will select Aerospace Engineering and take a look at Aero Engineering 6284 with Dr. Bierman. At the top, there is the course name, Aero Engineering 6284. If you are a Boeing student or a Boeing employee who is an S&T student and you're going to be using Boeing vouchers, please make sure that the information that you put on there for your class is the class name right there, the AERO ENG 6284. So depending on what your class is, that's what you would put down instead of putting down a 5-digit class number. The other information that you will see here is the instructor contact information, course description, campus class meeting time and day. Now you might be wondering why that's on there when it's a distance class and you're a distance student. Basically, some of these are blended classes. So this one is blended with a live class that is on Wednesdays from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. If you're wanting to participate live or you have a presentation, you can be there between 4 and 6:30 p.m. and actually, be involved in discussions and watch the live lecture, things like that. But unless it specifies that they require live participation, you don't necessarily have to be there. It is recorded and archived, and then you can watch it at your convenience. So next you can find prerequisites. Sometimes they'll provide a syllabus. At other times you might not receive the syllabus until after you start the class. There are also the prerequisites, if there are any, the number of units or credit hours for the class, the type of class that it is, whether it's a lab or a lecture. Some of them also tell you what kind of books or materials are needed. Just to advise, some of these classes do not have books. And over here, you can see your course access. It particularly calls attention to distance students, and it says that the access to your class live and archived media recordings will be available in Media Space or Panopto. If you need additional information, you can contact itms@msc.edu. Now, if your class says arranged under time and day, then you want to contact your instructor and find out more information because theirs might not necessarily be held at a specific time on a specific day. So if you go down below, you can see some of the enrollment information. Call your attention to the class number and the section. When you're looking in JOES and you're enrolling yourself, please make sure that you're using the correct 5-digit class number and that the section matches. Otherwise, you may find yourself enrolled in a campus course. So here we are at the Joe's self-service page. This is going to be where you'll find your student center and where you'll be enrolling in classes and things like that. So to get started, this is where you set up your official S&T Joe's account. This login is also going to be known as your SSO or your single sign-on. This is what you'll use to log into your Gmail and your Canvas and things like that. So for instructions on setting up your Joe's, you can click on the website that's down here on the bottom. Your username is going to be the first part of your S&T email address. If you're not sure what your username is, you can find that by logging into your application status page. If you already have Joe's and you're having trouble logging in, maybe you forgot your username or your password, you can click on Forget Your Password and go through the steps, or you can contact the IT help desk. So once you've logged into Joe's self-service, this might be the only thing that you see, and you might not have that many options. So the first time you log into Joe's, you need to agree to the UME consent. You won't be able to do anything else until you've agreed to that. And once you've agreed to your UME consent, then you'll be able to move on, and you'll see a little more options here. So one of the things that we want to bring your attention to is the opting out of emergency mass notification. So basically, if you don't live in the Rolla area or anywhere near campus, I'm sure you're not going to want to wake up in the middle of the night to a phone call, telling you about alerting you to an assault or armed robbery, things like that. So make sure you go into your emergency notification and remove your phone numbers and things like that. You can opt out of it completely, or if you want to maybe still at least receive an email about it, then you can do that. There are, especially when the weather is bad and you want to know, okay, well, is class going to be canceled or anything like that? And that might be why you'd want to receive the email alert about that. So another thing when you're in Joe's, in your menu, you want to click on self-service, and under self-service, you want to go to the Student Center. There's going to be two ways to access your Student Center. So one is the one I just showed you. Another one is once you've accessed your Student Center and you log into Joe's, there'll be a link straight to it right there under where it says Welcome to Joe's. So you go to your Student Center, and this is similar to what you're going to see. Under academics, you can see where it says search for classes. So you can go there to search for classes so that you can get enrolled. You can enroll by clicking on enroll, or if you click on the little double arrow next to the box that says other academic, it will also bring up several selections to where you can add or drop a class, other things like that. You can request your degree audit, you can request a transcript, all of those things that you can do in your Student Center. So over here, it just is an example, it just shows a class from 2019, and that's what you'll see. If you happen to be admitted in the summer and you you enroll in a summer class and you go ahead and enroll in a fall class, there will be a selection where these are over here where it says grades and search. There'll be a selection to where you can view your other semester. So if you're looking at your summer semester, you'll be able to also view your fall classes, just simply clicking to change your semester. So if you go below that, it says finances, and that's where you will have, so this one, it's already been in there, so that's the TouchNet information is going to be a little different for the newer folks, um, do make sure to go and get that set up. Later on, I'm going to talk a little bit about the cashier website, so I'll speak more about touching it then. But as you can see, under the word finances, you can view your financial aid information and your account. And if you go a little lower, it says personal information. So check to make sure that your contact info, mailing address, and all that is correct. If you want to find out what your user ID is, well, not the user ID, but the user number, I'm sorry. You can click on demographic data, and then it'll say user ID, and you'll find your number there. So here on the right-hand side, it'll say holds. So in order to find out more details of the types of holds you have, you click on details, and then it takes you, and you can see whether you have advising hold. Well, and here you can see if you have advising hold or not. I should say when you click on details, you can find out more. So there are some where it might say grad action or past due. And if you're fairly new, you won't know who to contact. So when you click on details, it will take you to a page that lists all of them and gives you a little bit more information. But if you click on the actual hold name itself, you can find out even more, and it'll tell you who to contact or what you need to do, where you need to go, what's restricted. So you can find out, okay, is this an enrollment hold, or am I just not going to get a copy of my transcript when I'm done? And I'll talk a little bit more about advising holds in a couple of slides later. So if we go a little lower, there is a section on enrollment dates. Around advising week, this is what will show when you're able to enroll in JOES. And then down below, it says advisor, and your program advisor will be listed. If you're a new student, you most likely won't have one shown. That's okay. If you're not sure who you're supposed to talk to, just contact me and I will find out your advisor for you. So here we have the enrolling in your first semester. This information here is also in the welcome email that you received from us. And so make sure that you follow these steps. As I mentioned earlier, if you're not sure who your advisor is, contact me at global@mst.edu and I will connect you with your advisor or their support staff. The next step is to get enrolled in your class. You can click there for a tutorial to take you step by step in getting enrolled. You can, there's the link to go to the distance class schedule webpage. And once again, make sure the 5-digit class number and section in JOES matches the course from the distance class schedule. If you have to search in JOES for the class, make sure that the location for the class says distance education. Register in JOES by the enrollment deadline to avoid a late registration fee. Basically, you need to be enrolled before the semester starts or you will be charged a late registration fee. And then for your future semesters, you'll just be doing steps 1 and 2 again, reaching out to your advisor during advising week and getting yourself enrolled. One of the things that you'll be able to do with a single sign-on that we talked about earlier was access the Canvas LMS. And so basically when you log in, you'll get a dashboard. You may or may not see your class on the dashboard. If you don't see it, that column on the left side where it says courses, you click on courses and then you click on all courses and it'll take you to a list of the different courses that you're in. So when you're looking at the list of courses on the far left, there'll be these little stars. Check to see if those just need to be clicked on. On the far right, you will see where it says published. Now, if it says yes, and the star is not clicked, click on the star and it'll show up on your dashboard. If it says no, it's not published, then that means that your instructor needs to publish that class before you can even do anything with it. If it's the beginning of the semester and your teacher still hasn't published a course, Don't hesitate to reach out to them. Sometimes once in a while you'll get an instructor that might forget to activate the Canvas class, and then they'll be able to take care of that and you'll be good to go. If you need any help with Canvas, make sure you visit the IT site for Canvas, or you can also contact the IT help desk. Here is the access to the dates and deadlines that I mentioned earlier. If you click on here, you can go to the distance website's dates and deadlines, or you can also click on calendars to view the different ones at the registrar's website. If you link to our Google Calendar, you can stay updated through your phone as long as you have the Google Calendar app. This add drop policy is for after the semester starts. Before the semester begins, you can easily add or drop a course in JOES yourself. Well, you can add after you have the advising hold, but if you need to add another class, then you could just go in. So this add drop policy, as I said, applies to after the semester has started. You're going to need to contact the instructor for approval and to get a permission number, and those are only available starting the first day of class. You log into JOES and then add the class to your schedule. This can only be done the first 2 weeks of the semester. To drop the course, you would need to log into JOES and select drop. Make sure you are paying attention to the deadlines and refund periods for dropping so that you're not falling out of the 100% deadline. So you want to make sure you know what your financial obligation is. Once the semester starts, you can't drop all of your classes because you'll be falling below the minimum number of credit hours. So as you can see over here, there's steps on how to withdraw from the semester or from the program. Make sure that you reach out to your instructor and advisor and get approval. Be sure to also give them just a brief explanation of why you're dropping. Once you have those approvals, send them to me at global@mst.edu, and I'll take care of your paperwork from there. For more information on the distance policies, you can click there at View Distance Policies, and you'll find the refund policy there. Towards the end of the spring and fall semesters, we have advising week. Make sure to schedule a time with your advisor to discuss your course for the next semester and have any of your advising holds removed. Keep an eye on your student email since some advisors contact their students with the steps on what to do. Please be courteous to your advisor as they are taking the time out of their schedule to accommodate students. Now that you are a minor, you have access to Missouri S&T resources, even if you're a distance student. So we have the cashier's office. At their website, you can find out information on setting up TouchNet payment profiles and how to view your billing statements. We have the deferred tuition program, which basically allows you to defer your tuition payments if you have employer tuition reimbursement. Your employer must provide tuition reimbursement equal to or greater than 50% of the total cost. All the information and the link to the form can be found at the deferred tuition program page. The IT help desk is also available for distance students. You can contact IT help desk via email, phone, through a help desk ticket, or even live chat between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time. Then we have the Then we have the Curtis Laws Wilson Library. You may be a distance student, but the library is also there for you. They can help you with research. You can find ebooks, journal articles, even check out books and other library materials. The S&T store, of course, has logo wear, graduation regalia, but they also do textbook price comparisons. If you go to their website, there's a section for looking up textbooks. If your class requires a textbook, you can go in and you can search by your class, and then they'll show you the books, and you click on the book, and it will give you price comparisons with other websites, and they give you not just purchasing, but renting and physical copy, digital copy and used, new. So it's really nice. You can go in there and decide which one is going to work best for you. And then you can order your book. The Career Opportunities Employer Relations, which we also call COER, can help you work on interview skills. They can help you with your resume. They can even assist you with job searches. Student financial assistance. The office has financial aid counselors for all students. If you are looking for financial aid or you have financial aid and you have some questions, you can be sure to contact them and be connected to your student financial aid counselor. Apps Anywhere allows access to S&T provided software from any personal device running Windows 10. So this will come in handy for you to be able to utilize some of the software that you need for some of the engineering classes especially. Then we have Student Disability Services. You may be a distance student, but you can still utilize their services. You can either fill out their online application for accommodations or contact them to schedule a personal and confidential appointment. SanVelo is a mobile and web-based app that offers clinically validated techniques and support to relieve mental health symptoms and promote healthy habits and behaviors. You can access it for free with your university-affiliated email address. You can find it on the App Store, Google Play, or on SanVelo's webpage. This might especially be helpful for some of you during this time. Some of the instructors currently use ProctorU for exams. ProctorU is a live online proctoring service that allows you to take your exam from home at any time of the day or night. The ProctorU Live Resource Center provides system requirements and the ability to test your equipment. There's also an FAQ, and they even have a couple of videos that will show you how their service works. It's recommended that students do a system test the day before the scheduled exam. This is helpful in that if they find that you have some technical difficulties or issues that you are not in control of, they will be there for you the next day when you're doing the test. They'll be there to provide you assistance live so they can help you make it through that exam. And then these are just some of the requirements that you'll have to have: government issued photo ID, webcam, microphone, reliable internet, and they recommend having a wired connection if possible. Some of the other requirements, especially system requirements, can be found at their website. So we also have VPNs, or virtual private networks. Then you can have a secure connection to our computer network from anywhere that you are. For some more information, you can find it at IT's services page. You can also check your internet speed down here at the bottom to check and make sure that it meets the recommendations. So, IT Media Services, they are great. Because of IT Media Services, we are able to have our distance programs. They operate the distance classrooms on campus that capture and broadcast our courses. As you can see, here's an example of one of the setups that they have. This is the producer's little room. They are watching everything that's going on, and they're making sure that it runs smoothly. They are available to answer your questions if you're attending a live stream and you have any issues or things like that. You can call in or chat in, and they can assist you right then and there. And there's even the green screen behind the teacher. And if you look on their monitor, you can see the PowerPoint behind the instructor. So it's kind of like that weatherman effect. These are the IT Media Services office hours. This is Central Time. And then you can find their contact information here on the side. If you go to their website, there's a nice sizable banner that says access your live and recorded courses. And you can click on that to go to Media Space and find the access to both Media Space and Panopto to get to your live and recorded courses. To learn a little bit more about who they are and what they do, you can click on Who We Are, And then there's also the Get Support page on how to contact them and frequently asked questions. Here, as it says, outside of Canvas, you can access your live lecture during class, there on Media Space, and then ProctorU for the archive lecture. So during the semester, if you have any technical issues during live course or playback, here's what you can do. So if you're in a live lecture, you can send a chat message to the producer via Zoom chat. You can send them an email at itms@mst.edu, or you can call the tech support hotline at 573-341-6476. And then we have their office hours again down on the bottom. If you like social media, you can connect with us via Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. You can keep up with our networking, find out about upcoming events, important dates, all kinds of announcements, and even see how we're doing. And now I'm going to open up the floor to questions. If you don't want to participate in the Q&A, you can go ahead and contact us at the Distance Education contact information, or if you have any questions for IT Media Services, there's their contact information again. And so we're going to go ahead and open it up for the live Q&A. Thank you very much for attending.